Hi everyone, I'm Priya Samani, a child mentor, storyteller, and a counselor, and here I am to share a quick tip, especially when it comes to communicating with your kids. But before we do that, let's do a quick exercise. I'm going to be throwing some questions at you, the answers to which cannot be no. So when I ask the question, think of an answer, an alternate response which is not no. Ready? Okay, let's start. Would you like if somebody does not listen to you? Would you like if your child misbehaves? Do you mind getting stuck in traffic? Are you okay if somebody litters your room? What were your answers? More often than not, we end up using this word no. How do we replace it? And why cannot we use this word? These negative words like no, don't, stop, cannot, can't, not, these words just put a negative impact on the minds of the kids. How? Now you tell them not to do something. You often hear mothers saying, no, no, don't do that, don't do this. Right? Relatable. Am I right? But if you tell them not to do something, are you telling them what to do instead of this? Let's take an example. The child is littering this place and you don't want the child to litter that place and you're like, oh, don't litter this, don't throw this, don't do this. Why can't we use an alternate response instead of telling no to kids? They are born with this healthy curiosity and they have all the rights to explore that curiosity. But by saying no, you kind of put an end to that. So there could be two possible responses. Either you're stopping the child to be curious, or you're making him so curious that now he wants to know, why am I being stopped? So let me try it and see, why is mama stopping me from doing this? So the more you say no, the more they want to do it. So say for example, the child is going to that corner and you don't want the child to go there. Maybe it's not safe, or you want the child to be around you. Instead of saying don't go, why can't we just say come here? The child is touching something and you don't want the child to touch it. Instead of saying don't touch, why can't we say why don't you put your hands in your pocket? Or hands up, down, out, in. Distract the child. Say the child is doing something which you don't like. Here comes Mr. Tickle, watch out, mama is coming. All they need is distraction. We need not use the word no, don't, stop, can't, not. We can use these alternate ways to distract them. And believe me, they'll get distracted like that. Now, the child is using somebody else's toy. Instead of saying don't use this person's toy, you could politely say, hey, this is so and so's, could I offer you this? Or for example, the child wants to talk to you and he's after you and probably you're busy in some work. Instead of saying, I can't talk right now, just go away. Why can't you just say, is it okay if I talk to you after 5 minutes or in some time? There are alternate ways of responding to the same thing and you can easily skip this word no. When you use this word no and these negative words, you are in a way sowing the seeds of negativity in the mind. Because the child is wondering, why am I being stopped? What is wrong? Am I not being heard? What kind of response is this? Think about it and think of some really exciting ways of replacing no in your day-to-day lives so that your child's mind gets rewired to get a feeling that yes, I'm being heard. I'm being responded to. And my parents are being a part of my life. So try skipping this word no and introduce yes and all the positive words in whatever way you can while you communicate with your kids. There are ways of doing it, and I'm sure once you start realizing it, once you're mindful of that, you'll come up with really nice ways of interacting with your kids without using any source of negative words. So think about it. What kind of a parent are you? Would you go the yes side or the no side. And please do share your experiences when you try something like this or something which has really worked for you, which could help other mothers and parents. Thank you.